stationary in Indiana for over 6 months now. We are hitting the road.
Today we are prepping the camper for our adventures starting next week. What all we have going on today, babe?
We have lots of stuff. Being stationary means that we've kind of let some things fall to the wayside that we should have kept up on the camper a little better. So lots of prep work on the camper, lots of projects we're going to show you. Plus,
some big announcements later on in the video. Make sure you guys stay tuned because we have some stuff coming up we want to tell you about. I think we're going to get started with changing the water filter, and then we got some other stuff to get the camper prepped.
It is nice and toasty, so we're gonna work fast today.
Let's wait till the hottest part of the day to do this.
We're great at that.
All right.
All right, water filter.
All right. So this is still one of my favorite upgrades that we've done to the camper. It's a 3-stage water filtration system from a company called ClearSource. We opted to get the big model because we're full-timers and we want to make sure that we have really nice, clean water. The filters are huge and it has been a while since we've changed them, but I need to change those out today and I thought I'd show you guys what they look like. If you're like me and you can't follow directions very well, on the back of the new filters is a handy dandy outline. It is mic proof, also known as idiot proof. So you know when you're looking at the filtration system exactly what filters you're changing. If you guys are changing these out for the first time, note that these are completely full of water. There we go.
Please enjoy a small intermission as Mike tries to open the packaging.
I got it. Old? No. Usually when I have these off, I go ahead and give them a quick rinse. It actually looks super clean, but I'll rinse them off anyway. Give it one tight squeeze. Make sure you don't over tighten this. Okay, there's that. Next up is the carbon block. I'm gonna open this. Hey, look how easy that was.
Look at that one.
Wow. That one opened super easy.
Practice makes perfect.
You can really see the difference here.
The rust is always my favorite. Wow.
New one in. Same thing, make sure it's seated at the bottom.
Little spillage.
This is all stuff that didn't go through our camper. Make sure it's seated. Back on. That's on there.
And then we run her through, right?
Yeah, we got to turn the water on, run the water through it, make sure there's no leaks, and that's it.
Y'all know that we do not suggest products to you that we do not use ourselves or like ourselves. And this is one that we have honestly really loved having just for the security of having clean water no matter where we're at, because you never know what park water is actually like. We've stayed at a couple of state parks where the water was just a little tannish, not once it went through the filter. Definitely some peace of mind here. If you're interested, of course, we'll drop a link below. We do have a discount code if you're interested. That's all down below the video. All right, so that's one project done. Filters are changed, on to the next. You might be admiring this beautiful pass-through and you're like, Steph, how do you guys keep your pass-throughs so clean? It's because all the junk that usually goes in the pass-through is in my parents' pole barn. We did a couple little projects insulating this pass-through and stuff this winter, and so we just cleaned everything out so that we had more space to work in here. Now we're getting ready to repack it, but I think we're gonna try to pare down stuff again. We always try to purge our belongings like every few months. We're gonna go in the pole barn and get all that stuff sorted, brought out here, and then see what we can put in here and what we can leave at home for this time around.
This is all the stuff. So where do we start here?
Power through.
Well, let's go here. So this has all of our electrical cords and some stuff left over from the solar that I want to make sure that we have with us. So that can go in first.
Does anything else go in here?
We're going to be doing some water activities coming up, so we have an inflatable that's coming with us.
This can go in here for now, right?
The easy step can go in there.
I think we might have everything down to like 2 totes.
We have downsized a bunch. We talked about this a while back, that we had the addition with solar, bigger propane tanks, but one issue that we found when we were adding that stuff, it was the thought of adding that much weight back to the camper. So we decided while we were home that we were going to get rid of some stuff. That's including some of the stuff that was in these totes that went in the pass-through, and now our pass-through should be nice and tidy and not have as much stuff in it, right? Yeah. Okay, let's get some of this stuff going. Okay, this goes in first.
I believe in you.
I can't even get around this
I'm
stuff.
fully aware, I'm sorry. Perfect. Next.
Okay.
That's it, we're done.
Other side.
Just kidding.
Okay.
All right, where's that one going?
Other side.
Woo!
So I was trying to figure out what to do with our old Lego blocks here, our stabilizer blocks, and I decided I'm going to leave a few of them in the pass-through in case if we do need them, and put my toolbox on top. And if you guys missed that video, we upgraded our stabilizers. We put these snap jacks from a company called Snap Pads, who traditionally make stabilizers for fifth wheels, and they just came out with the travel trailer line. We've been really happy with these. I'm really excited to actually see how well they perform on concrete, because this is an uneven surface, but we've been really happy with them. They should simplify when we park and get our stabilizers down. They should simplify that whole process. So I'm excited to show you guys that when we hit the road as well. And if you guys are curious about these products, I'll leave a link to our video down below.
Callie wanted to help.
You got your big helper with you.
She's feeling left out.
Okay.
All right.
The drill.
And I'm gonna trade you and let you do the
piece of the puzzle here.
Let you do the toolbox because it is fairly hefty.
Ta-da! Here we go.
Are we done?
We're done for the night, I guess.
We're honestly a little exhausted, so stay tuned for tomorrow.
Okay. All right. It's clobbering time.
If you've been along for the ride for a while, you know that we kind of rebuilt our dinette and couch, well, dinette and recliner area multiple times, and most recently we took out our desk that we custom made for that area and just put back in our original dinette table.
We never came up with a great replacement. So we're gonna go back to a desk for a while. This way Steph can sit across from me. We can work on computers together as a couple. And hopefully host a couple other people that can also sit there as well.
Yeah. It's gonna be pretty narrow. It's only a 24 by 40. It's technically a standing desk, but we're calling it a desk/table because that's what we're gonna use it as. But it's about 8 o'clock at night. We're supposed to roll out in the morning and we still haven't put together the desk. So that is going to be our attempt for this evening. All right, full transparency. Of course, we will keep you guys updated on how we like this and if it actually works in the camper. It definitely is small, but we wanted smaller. It was about $130 on Amazon. We'll put it in our Amazon storefront, drop the link below. But I think it's gonna work out well for us, just with our Rec Pro couch that we love and our little desk or humidifier, whichever we put there, dehumidifier. I think this will be the perfect size.
Okay.
One way to find out.
Let's go get that table out.
In case you're wondering where we're at, you may have peeped the camper through the window. My parents' pole barn that we've been using like all winter long as like our second house, basically.
That makes a nice workshop.
There's a lot more room to put stuff together out here. Well, definitely a change.
It's definitely different. I can't tell if it's up, if it's too high or not really.
Or not, and that other one's just lower. So again, the table we had been using is the old table from the old dinette that originally was in this 2600. And it worked out fine, but it was too wide this way for Mike and I to sit on each side of it. And there's times when both of us need to be on the laptop and doing things and working. So we'll trial this one. It's, like I said, about $130 on Amazon. We'll drop the link. I do like the sit to stand. Mike has a good point. He's not going to be able to stand on the slide out because he's a lot taller than me.
Yeah.
I don't have that problem. 5'1" here. I'm good to go.
So, we've been teasing a big announcement in this video, and
it's time.
we are going to the National Grand Design Rally in August. And if you guys are going, we hope to see you there.
Also known as the Grand Design National Rally, but the National Grand Design Rally works too. It's national, it's grand, it's a design, we're going.
So if you guys are going, let us know down below that you are going, and hopefully we'll see you there.
If you're subscribed to our email, we will keep you up to date in the next few months because we're hoping to do a meetup with you all while we're there if anyone else is going to be there. Also, you guys probably picked up on it from this video, but we are hitting the road soon.
Yes.
Actually tomorrow.
So we're going to be traveling around some. We're going to take you guys to some new RV parks. We're going to be caravanning, doing a family trip with her family as well. Lots of RV stuff coming your way. So this would be a great time to make sure that you guys are subscribed because we're going to be hitting the road, having some trips coming your way. Lots of RV content coming over the next few weeks.
We hope you guys are great. Thanks for hanging out with us again this week, and we'll see you next time.